In this video, I'm going to react to the craziest red cards in MLS history. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. This is the place where I react to music, media, sports, anime, anything related to popular culture. I'll watch it with an open mind and give you my 100% honest reaction to it. And if you could please hit that like button early, I'd really appreciate it. Now, this video is going to be a lot of fun. I've been saving this one because, you know, in football, or soccer as a lot of North Americans refer to it as, you know, because a lot of the referee is just so important as they are in every other sport. Red cards can really impact a game. And, you know, like there are certain red cards that come to mind where I think maybe it wasn't a red card, but then there are other incidents where, I mean, like let's say a player just hacks into another guy, it's probably more than a red card, it's like a fine as well. And, you know, it just made me wonder, like, because I've seen so many red cards in the Premier League and the Champions League, like what must the craziest ones in the MLS be like? You know, what kind of challenges have gone, you know, into players? You know, what kind of incidents, maybe like dissent, you know, excessive like rudeness, things like that. So when I was recommended this video, I knew I had to put it near the top of my list because yeah, this is gonna definitely be a fun one. So let's go. This is gonna be me reacting to the craziest red cards in MLS history. Let's do it.
His case, a red card.
It's a straight red card, and he's reaching into his back pocket. It's a red card.
The big question for DC United ahead of a big week of rivalry matches was whether Wayne Rooney could inspire the fading black and red. He couldn't, because he was only on the field for 24 minutes thanks to this red card handed out by referee Ismail Elfath after video review in the Atlantic Cup. The reason? Violent conduct. I'm with Elfath and VAR Chico Gajeda on this one.
Come on. I'm not sure if that's... I feel like that guy dived a bit.
Yes, Christian Considers Jr. is picking Rooney, but any deliberate, non-negligible contact to the face or head off the ball is an automatic red. The angle from behind the goal shows Rooney absolutely saw the Venezuelan. The forearm into the neck / face seals his fate. That's the right call for me. We start this.
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah. He literally made sure he was there and then went, wow.
This edition with an ugly moment, courtesy of Minnesota United forward Mason Toye, who very clearly spits on Reggie Cannon in second half stoppage time of FC Dallas's 5-3 win against the Loons. Here's the deal. You spit on someone, you get a red card. Those are the laws. The 20-year-old forward apologized afterwards, and I appreciate that.
That's disgusting, man. Come on.
But it doesn't change that this is completely unacceptable.
Moving down to Florida, it was a testy game in Orlando, but the spice really picked up in second half stoppage time. With Montreal leading comfortably 3-1, there's a dust-up between the players. It makes zero sense that Montreal didn't walk away at this point, but they decided to mingle. Orlando's Dom Dwyer gets close to Zakaria Diallo, and no, Diallo, what are you doing, man? Diallo puts his hands on Dwyer's head before shoving him down. Referee Tim Ford is left with no choice.
Diallo should have known better. He should have known better. Like, come on. As soon as he gave that guy the opportunity to do that, and now you're a man down. Don't tell me they made a comeback. That would be hilarious.
But to send Diallo off for hands to face. And
it's too late. It's too late anyway. 95th minute, yeah, there's no time.
I think Samuel's Piet's face says all there is to say.
The Timbers aren't happy about this free kick call that went RSL's way. Tensions are high. Midfielder Renzo Zambrano commits the foul, then he gets in Sagapi's face, and right there, he bumps the referee. It may not look like much, but you absolutely...
No, you cannot put hands on the ref. This is like rule number 1. Leave the ref alone. Big mistake.
Absolutely cannot touch the referee in an aggressive manner, no matter the situation. It goes down in the book as violent conduct, and Zambrano is rightfully sent off.
Since he holds the host scoreless for the first 40 minutes,
But DC's odds get another boost when Joe Zhao saw red for this challenge. Referee Dave Gantar doesn't take long to make his decision. I would guess this completely torn pair of Ulysses Segura shorts from Zhao's cleats may have put Gantar over the edge. High boot, studs exposed, thrusting the leg forward. That's
Dude, come on. You can't kick someone in that area.
the serious foul play trifecta in my book. Maybe the force wasn't quite enough to call it excessive, but it's certainly close, and I would have given the red too. So, DC at home, against the bottom of the table team, up a man. Start booking those Audi Field suites, right? It gets even better.
Whoa.
Seconds later, a scuffle ensues. Oh no, Roland Lamar, you can't do that. You know a red is coming for that one. Dave Gantar doesn't see it live, but he heads to the screen and comes back and sends Lamar off. Straight to Children's Mercy Park for sporting.
Lamar, you gotta know better, man. You've got to know better. He was trying to get the rise out of you. He was trying to get the reaction.
And Portland. It's the 35th minute of a 1-1 game. Brian Fernandez is out on the break, and Felipe Gutierrez brings him down. Gutierrez has a little something to say after, which I think ties back to this interaction between the two in the 27th minute. Gutierrez was fouled by Sebastian Blanco, and Fernandez walked over to Gutierrez to give his 2 cents. It clearly triggered something in the Sporting midfielder because Gutierrez didn't forget it. So the temperatures are raised as Fernandez bounces up after the Gutierrez foul and gets in Gutierrez's face. Referee Alan Chapman gives a yellow to each player immediately, but it didn't end there. When there's a sporting scuffle, you know who's coming. Roger Espinoza runs in and the brouhaha augments. Even Gio and
Is Espinosa the captain or something?
Vermees get involved. I'd listen to that podcast. As things cool down, Chapman decides to change the yellow to Fernandez to a straight red, and then head to the video screen to get more information. He returns, keeps the Fernandez red, and gives Espinoza a red as well for this hand to the neck on Blanco. Tough to argue with that one.
Yeah, it definitely seems that this hands rule is really enforced in the MLS, whereas in the Prem it's it's not really as enforced. I mean, like, the referee has a bit more discretion. He can, like, if the players calm down immediately, they can wave it off. I can see why the rule is enforced in the MLS, because, you know, you don't want players, you know, grabbing other guys by the throat. But, you know, when you send someone off, you really change the course of the game. So it kind of has its pros and cons.
NYCFC would eventually win this one 2-1, but not without some controversy. We're deep in second half stoppage time when there's a little dust-up, rivalry style. Stock calms things down and the team's set up for the free kick, but then a little birdie, that'd be VAR Joe Dickerson, gets in Stott's ear. The ensuing video review leads to a red card for Ronald Matarrita, which, duh, he throws a clear headbutt at Michael Murillo. That's because Alvarez saw red in the 84th minute in Portland after rifling the ball off Marvin Larrea's head. The call from referee Alan Chapman is violent conduct and a sending off. When you watch it live, there's no whistle to stop play for what we all assume, Efra included, is going to be a foul. So when the 17-year-old puts his foot through the ball and it hits Larrea's head, you can sort of excuse it away as bad luck in the heat of the moment. Larrea is going down. Alvarez has every right to play a live ball, and it happens in a split second. I now invite you to
Look at Ibra. He's not having it. He's not happy.
focus on the three things that convinced me that Chapman got it right. 1, the force with which Efra strikes this ball. He absolutely tags it.
Whoa, man. Dude, he could have been concussed. And that's not even, I'm not exaggerating. He smashed that ball off the guy's head from like a meter out, like 2-3 yards max. Yeah, he could have been concussed.
That's excessive force for me because I don't think there's a soccer reason to hit it like that. 2, the direction in which Alvarez clears the ball is back toward his own goal, thus no soccer reason. LA are down 3-0 and he's frustrated, so he bangs the ball back into an opponent. 3, I don't think Alvarez intended to hit Larrea's head, but he did. Chapman's got no choice. With that force, it's endangering the safety of an opponent and a red card, in my opinion.
Jefferson Savarino and Lucho Acosta challenge for a loose ball near the sideline, and Savarino's foot winds up in a
Whoa. He kicked the guy in the face with the studs. Yeah, that's dangerous, man. That's very dangerous.
His face. Gantar calls the foul immediately, then waits for a second before he pulls a red card for serious foul play for endangering the safety of the opponent. It's hard to argue with this one. Savarino lifts his boot to Acosta's head level. Eyeballs could be lost like that. Savarino didn't mean it, and Acosta's stature didn't help, but still. It's unlucky for RSL, but the correct call. Let's go to the 73rd minute of this same game with Dallas leading 3-1. The play starts with this little bump from Brian Acosta into the back of Kekuta Mane. The play continues elsewhere, but Mane doesn't let that bump go. As the whistle blows for a separate foul, Mane has a little something to say to Acosta. And yeah, you can't do that. After video review, Gonzalez Jr. shows Mane the red. Intentional, non-negligible contact to the dome. Dallas finished 3-1 winners.
The 58th minute of a 1-0 game between
You've just got to be able to just hold your temper. I know sometimes you want to snap. I get it, but they're trying to get a reaction out of you. Don't give it to them. I know it's easy for me to say that from this chair, but just you can't rise to everything.
Sporting KC and Philly. More on the PK call that led to that goal in a second. The ball is loose at the top of the 18. Johnny Russell slides in. Fabian leaps, and down comes his right foot right into Russell's arm and chest. Referee Chris Pinto doesn't rush to judgment. Then VAR Chico Grajeda recommends review, and what Pinto sees at the screen must have been clear and obvious in his opinion because he returns with a red card for Fabian. Did the referee crew get this one right, Bobby?
This one is so tough for me. It looks like Fabian extends his leg and pushes into Russell with force. But at the same time, where was Fabian supposed to land? Would it have been possible for him to fall on Russell without it looking bad?
Of course, but
this is really difficult. So let's try and see where this guy's eyes are, because if he's looking at him, then it kind of does look like there's malicious intent.
It's hard to imagine that.
He's not, but he must be in his peripheral vision at this point. He's looking down, so he surely must see.
Scenario when Fabian drives down with his boot into Russell. It all happens fast, but let's not pretend Fabian has no control over his body. Is that excessive force? For me, yes. Is he challenging?
To be honest, yeah, the way he drives this leg down. Look at the way he keeps this leg up. Yeah.
Challenging for the ball? Nope. That makes it violent conduct in my opinion.
Dallas are up 2-0 at this point, and this time it's Lucho Acosta. He's running in the open field against Paxton Pomykal, and when Pomykal goes down, you can see Acosta's studs go into Pomykal. Now, a red card is given after video review. Andrew, right call.
Red all day for me. This reminds me of that Marco Fabian play from earlier this year. No, I don't think Lucho was quite as intentional with that lunge, but he is a world-class athlete with elite body control. When he's on the ball, he puts his foot where he wants to. He could have at least tried to avoid contact.
LAFC led 3-0 in the 50th minute when Rooney gets dispossessed. He fights to win it back, but gets in late on Diego Rossi. Referee Robert Sabiga calls a foul, ponders for a second, then gives a yellow to Rooney. Upon advice from VAR Jeff Campbell, though, Sabiga goes to the monitor. He returns and cancels out the yellow. I kind of dig the symbolic gesture, to be honest, and shows Rooney a red. This is the right call.
Here's what went down in the 17th minute of Sounders LAFC. Christian Roldan tackles the ball out of bounds. Mark Anthony Kaye grabs Roldan. There's some pushing and some shoving. Edward Atuesta steams in and shoves Roldan.
the delayed reaction. let me rewind that a bit. Look at the reaction.
There's some pushing and some shoving. Edward Atuesta steams in and shoves Roldan. Roldan's hand comes up, hits Atuesta in the face, and the Colombian goes down holding his head. Referee Ted Uncle's got some work to do here to figure out what happened. He consults with his crew and produces a red card for Roldan. Violent conduct for, as the law states and Uncle's answer to the pool reporter confirmed, deliberately striking an opponent in the face with non-negligible contact. Look, if you think that was deliberate from Roldan, it's a clear red card. In no way do I see this as deliberate. The arm flails, which is...
Yeah, his arm looked a bit flaily. It wasn't like a real, grab. Tough one, but the rules are rules.
What happens when you get shoved with force and you're trying to regain balance? This was a time to lean on common sense and prioritize game management. I'd have given them both yellow cards and been done with it. Uncle rewarded Atuesta for escalating things and embellishing the contact. Bobby, that's not justice. Just days after Christian Roldan's red got taken back, should Diego Rubio have been sent off for violent conduct on this play?
Here's my take. If you did not think that Christian Roldan deserved a red card last week,
He hit him in the face. He definitely should have been sent
then
off.
you cannot say that Rubio deserves a red card this week. Rubio, like Roldan, didn't want to catch the opponent's face. He was shrugging the guy away and accidentally got him in the face. It was not deliberate contact to the head. With that said, the referees are making the bar clear on this. Any contact to the face in this type of incident are going to be a red. While I disagree with the interpretation of the law, I'm
That was a big one. That was like a forearm to the jaw.
okay with the fact that
He's got a decent chin. he ate that one.
it's executed in consistent fashion.
We end on some good, no, great news for FC Cincinnati, Bobby. That's because Diego Chara is out for that game at Nippert Stadium. Why? Because he went and he flicked somebody's ear. That's hands to the face, and on video review, it's a red card.
Ooh, man, referees do not have an easy job, you know, because there's just so many things that happen on a football or / soccer field, you know, that you just. Sometimes it's nice having these ironclad rules that state that if a player makes contact with another player in the face, it's a red, because it just allows the ref just to be able to make a quick call and get on with the game. However, there were a couple there where it did kind of look like it was unintentional. You maybe could have had a bit more leniency, but at the same time, when you start giving leniency, you start putting other things into question as well. You start setting precedent, you know. Amazing video, really fun. Just some of those hits and the strikes were really cringeworthy, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and keep throwing the recommendations my way. I know I say it all the time, but they genuinely help me out, because if I know you enjoyed watching something, I'll definitely enjoy reacting to it. So like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, keep throwing the recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.